What down? 180.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Monday, down. 185. 54. I'm trying to collect. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
First down, Raiders. 29. Come on, D. Low. Hey, we got to steal. I'm on. Shit.
Carr now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10.
Switch. You're mine. Get down.
Throwing again. Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a second and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Alert 3. What's the 50? Check. Bang. Check safety.
Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, second and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They run, Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 5 at the 17-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Go. 42. Hey, I'm coming. Run out. Hey, watch it. Where's your hot?
From the 17, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. To throw is Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. That he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
Here we go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trailed 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little, and oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
They don't want it. Keep playing. Let's get it.
Now it's the backup Mariota. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to his tight end Waller. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over him. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. That's a microcosm of how it's gone for their rushing game so far this year. 29th in the league on the ground.
Yeah, it's a great illustration of what we're seeing because these problems go back to the offensive line. You can't give guys free access to your backfield. Can't let these free runners come and get them because free runners turn into free hitters.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun.
On 2nd down, Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hey, no, he's easy. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Hey, dude. Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42. Lean it. Bring up 48. Hey, flipper. Chance. Hey, Haywood.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. And this is Cook with the grab.
That's it, baby.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Jahan, right there in the middle. 55. Target. Gun. Target. Watch the safety creep. 20. Black. 25. Listen to me.
Now Cousins going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Carr gives to Richard. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Watch the run. Watch the run. The sack, baby. That's
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Now they try the right side here. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Carr going to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And we'll see what he can do on the return. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cousins. pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Maurice Hurst forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit. 29 is the mic. Mike 29. Clark. You better be afraid of me. You bet. Hey, Delta. We're going.
Now Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
65. Hey, Echo. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Throwing on first down is Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Carr. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 29.
Following the interception, Cousins, and complete right side to Cook. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Let's set a tone.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Slam. First. Gun. Hey, exit. Mike 42. Throw. Watch twist.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. 3 buns. Watch it. Check 3. Hey, can't. Gun. Get him.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. Well, they're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Down, 180. Mike 54. It's going to be a long day.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, that's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Throwing is Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Mike down. 180. Oh, here we go. Oh.
On first down, Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Cousins now. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4th down, Cousins. And the Raiders have got him. Carl Nassib. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And Wilson has it. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 50, check 50. Is the Mike. Mike 29. I got it. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Here we go. Here we go.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5.
Play to win. Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Leave it. Bring up 48. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
second down and 15 yards to go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Listen to me. 29 is the mic. Mike. Hey, flipper. Pick up the ball. You got the high.
Cousins again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Nassib able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Oakland, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.